With the second pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Carmelo Anthony from Syracuse University.
YouTube, we are back. Okay, so it's obvious by my channel name that I'm a fan of Carmelo Anthony. He's been my favorite player since I started watching basketball. One of the things I want to do in this channel, I want to go through the biggest what ifs in NBA history, or certain scenarios that should have worked out but didn't. Whether that be having teams with certain players in their prime, or in this case, what if Carmelo Anthony was taken second overall by the Detroit Pistons instead of Darko Milicic. But before we get into anything, as of recording this video, I'm at 197 subscribers. We are 3 subscribers away from hitting the big 200. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Be an OG member of the channel. And if you guys enjoy the video, leave a like. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright y'all, so we're in the 2004 season, the rookie season of Melo. All I did was put Melo on the Pistons and put Darko on the Nuggets. I know by this logic, that would mean that Bosh went to the Nuggets and Wade went to the Raptors, but whatever, it doesn't matter. This roster has the Rasheed Wallace trade already done, so I guess we're just gonna roll with that because I don't see how Melo being drafted would affect that happening in real life. I don't know. So the lineup, we got obviously Chauncey, we got Rip, we got Melo starting instead of, I don't know if Tayshaun would have, I think Tayshaun might have started over Melo, but it's hard to say. I think they probably would have because they would rather the scoring off the bench. I mean, they did have like decent scorers in Corliss Williamson, but like, I don't know, I think they would have needed a more dominant score off the bench, but we're gonna let 2K do what they do. So I guess we'll sim through the season, we'll get to the playoffs. And to cap off the 2004 season, we got Shaq winning MVP, 28, 13 and 4, 63% from the field, 2.5 blocks. LeBron with 24, 6 and 6, 2 steals and 2 blocks. That's crazy. 2K is always juicing his defensive stats, not no 2 steal, 2 blocks in a rookie year type defender. Lamond Murray, 6th man of the year, 13, 7 and 2 with a steal and a block, 44% from 3. Tim Duncan DPOY, 29, 14 and 3 with a steal and 3 blocks. Michael Redd MIP, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 46% from 3. No one from the Pistons on any All-NBA team, but we got Big Ben Wallace on the All-Defensive second team. He averaged 12 rebounds, a steal, and 2 blocks. 35% from the field, does Ben Wallace things. And Melo made the all-rookie first team, putting up 21, 5 and 3, a steal and a block, 52, 38, 76 shooting splits. And we have the Pistons as the 6th seed. So I'm going to be going game by game through the first 2 rounds. And once we get to the conference finals, then I'll do game by game up until elimination games. And then I'm a simcast and jump in if I need to. So game 1 against Toronto goes to Toronto. Mo Pete with 25, Vince with 24, 14 and 7, and Chris Bosh with 22 and 10. Chauncey with 27, Melo with 13, Rasheed Wallace nowhere to be found. Now game 2 goes to Detroit. Alvin Williams with 25, okay. Melo with 26, Corliss Williamson 22 points, Richard Hamilton with 20, and they get it done. They tie the series at 1. Game 3 goes to Toronto. Bosh with 35. Game 4, Toronto takes a 3-1 lead. Bosh with 26 and 11. This dude is out for blood in this series. Facing elimination now. Wow. Holy. The Pistons get absolutely blown out in game 5. Melo with 24. No one else got it going. Everyone else kind of got locked up. VC with 37 and 5 with 2 steals and 3 blocks. 13 for 18, 4 for 4. Chris Bosh with 23 and 11. And with that, the Pistons get eliminated in 5 games in the first round. So far, Melo's career is looking like it was in real life. And we have the Lakers winning the title. Shaq wins finals MVP. They also faced the Pacers, which is kind of crazy because in real life, it was the Pacers and the Pistons in the conference finals to determine who faced the Lakers. And now the draft lottery. The Pistons get the 6th pick. They could probably land somebody big there. Now the first pick in the 2004 draft, Sean Livingston goes number 1 to the Jazz. That's kind of crazy. Now Atlanta with the 2nd pick selects Luol Deng. We still have Dwight Howard. The 3rd pick, the Wizards select Dwight Howard. What a steal, bro. At 3? I get that Sean Livingston's never missed a jump shot from inside the 3-point line, but still, bro, like Dwight Howard. Now the Bobcats with the 4th pick select Emeka Okafor, just like in real life. And the Nuggets have the 5th pick and they select Andre Iguodala. And the Pistons now. Who do the Pistons select with the 6th pick? Al Jefferson out of Mississippi. Okay. I mean, they already have a lot of bigs, but like, Al Jefferson's solid. In player progression, we have Melo going up to an 84, Richard Hamilton to an 87, Chauncey to an 89. We have Darrell Wright. Okay, we picked him at the 19th pick. That could be something. He was a decent scorer back in the day. And then Big Al Jefferson, one of the most underrated big men of all time. Had the post moves, had the footwork, had the quickness for his size. Hopefully he can turn out to be this team's next star center. And we have Shaq winning the 2005 MVP, going back to back. 10% from 3? The fuck? Whoa. No fucking way, bro. What? Shaq made 6 threes. He has a 33-pointer rating. A 33-year-old Shaq developing a jump shot is crazy. We got Dwight Howard winning the Rookie of the Year. I'm so shocked he didn't even go number 1, but he averaged 15, 10, and 1, 2 blocks. Troy Bell for the Grizzlies, 6th man of the year. 20 points off the bench is kind of crazy. Tim Duncan back-to-back DPOYs. Kirk Heinrich MIP. And once again, absolutely nothing until all defensive second team. We got Big Ben and Al Jefferson on the all-rookie second team, put up 10 points and 7 rebounds. And this season, the Pistons are the 2nd seed and they face the 7th seed Bulls. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Melo puts up 30 and 10. He's a one-time All-Star now. He made the All-Star team. Jalen Rose, Pau Gasol, and Eddie Curry. That's kind of an underrated team, I won't even lie. They also got Donyell Marshall, Tyson Chandler, Jamal Crawford, Kyle Korver. Game 2 goes to Chicago. Jalen Rose with 23, Richard Hamilton with 24, Melo with 23, but it's now 1-1. Game 3 goes to Chicago. 24 for Jalen Rose, 23 for Jamal. They had a lot of help from their role players. So did the Pistons, but they just couldn't get it done. Inefficient scoring from Melo, Al Jefferson, and Richard Hamilton. Game 4 goes to the Pistons. They answer and tie the series. Chauncey with 26 leading the team. 2 for 12 from 3 though. It's kind of terrible, but Big Ben doing Big Ben things. 0 points, 17 rebounds, 2 blocks. Game 5 goes to Detroit. Melo with 36 leading the way. And with a huge game from the Pistons, they eliminate the Chicago Bulls in 6 games. Richard Hamilton gets injured, a strained left Achilles day to day. Same with Rasheed Wallace. Food poisoning. What the fuck? He got food poisoning? Bro, ain't no way. But either way, the Pistons make the 2nd round and they face the 6th seed Bucks, who eliminated the 3rd seed Toronto Raptors. Desmond Mason putting up 17 on, wow, that's crazy efficiency. The free throw is terrible, but the crazy efficiency. And then former MIP Michael Redd. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Melo with 42. Game 2 goes to Detroit as well. Melo with 33. Crazy defensive stats. It's unbelievable. Chauncey with 29. Richard Hamilton with 18. And Sheed with a big double-double. Game 3 goes to the Pistons as well, and they take a 3-0 series lead. Richard Hamilton with 37 points. And to eliminate the Bucks. And they absolutely blow out the Bucks in Game 4 to complete the sweep. Richard Hamilton with 32, Melo with 25, Chauncey with 22 and 13, Sheed with 20, and Big Al Jefferson with 10 and 8. And the Pistons advance to the conference finals against Gilbert Arenas and Dwight Howard on the Washington Wizards, and Juan Dixon as well. Apparently had a really good series. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Sheed putting up a huge game, Melo with 21. Game 2 goes to Detroit as well. Richard Hamilton with 35, Melo with 33. Game 3 goes to Washington. Jerry Stackhouse with 32. The former Piston shows up big. Now game 4 goes to Detroit and the Pistons take a 3-1 series lead. Sheed with 32 and 9. Melo with 20, 11 and 5. And now game 5. It is win or go home for Washington. And Melo drops 31 in a closeout game with Rasheed Wallace's 29, 9 and 5. And they get the job done, advancing to the finals against the Lakers a year later than they did in real life. They got back-to-back MVP Shaq. They got Kobe putting up 25, 5 and 7, 2.5 steals on amazing efficiency. And they still have Gary Payton averaging, wow, 22 a game. And Diddy averaging 11. They didn't retire in this sim. And we sub into game 1. Lakers up by 3. 28 seconds left and Gary Payton's at the line. The first free throw is good and the Lakers take a 4-point lead. And Payton, second free throw goes down too. He has 25 on the night. And the Lakers take a 5-point lead in game 1. Now Ben Wallace on the inbound. They're trying to run a play to get Melo open and they do. And they call a timeout. What the fuck? They got 28 seconds to work with here, and they're down by 5. They get the ball to Melo, who gets it to Ward. Screen from Jefferson, and they throw a lob, and it gets turned over, and Shaq gets the ball and quickly gets it over to Gary Payton. He absolutely sold with that. I don't know what Ward and Jefferson were thinking. I don't know why they're in the game. And with the second free throw, that ices the game. Melo with 26, 36-year-old Gary Payton with 27 points, and the Lakers take game 1. And the Lakers take game 2, Kobe with 28, Melo with 28 and 7, and the Lakers go up 2-0 in the series. And the Pistons take game 3, Melo with 31, and Kobe matches his 31, but the Pistons are now in it. And it got really close towards the end. I didn't jump in because I thought that it was over, but the Lakers tried to bring it back really late in the game. No one really stood out in scoring. I mean, they had Shaq with 17, they had Gary Payton with 17, Kobe with only 12, but Richard Hamilton with 32, Melo with 27 and 8, and the Pistons tie the series at 2. Now we jump in with 30 seconds left. Detroit is up by 1. The Lakers get it to Kobe. And now they force it down to Shaq, getting guarded by Ben Wallace. Shaq now posting him up. He's too strong. But Big Ben stays with him and blocks Shaq and gets fouled. Chauncey gets fouled and will go to the line. First free throw goes. And the second free throw to put the Pistons up by 3. And it's good by Chauncey Billups. Gary Payton now carrying the ball up the court. Takes a contested 3 in Chauncey's face. And it's no good, but Shaq on the rebound. And he doesn't put up the layup. He passes it back out for the same shot and misses. And he doesn't put it up. The Lakers didn't want to go for a quick 2 and a foul. They didn't want to play the foul game apparently. And Melo leading the team with 32. Richard Hamilton with 19. And the Pistons take a 3-2 series lead. And now it is win or go home for the Lakers. And the Pistons, Melo with 29, Sheed with 26, and the Detroit Pistons win the 2005 NBA Championship. Carmelo averaging 28, 6 and 6 with 2 steals and a block. Shooting splits are crazy, 60% from the field, 48% from 3. I don't think he shot too many 3s though. But Melo does get a ring 2 years into his career, rather than the first 5 being first round exits. Now the draft lottery. The Pistons obviously get the 30th pick, but the Bobcats get the first pick. The first pick to the Bobcats is Charlie Villanueva. That's crazy, bro. They got Darren Williams. You got Andrew Bogut, Chris Paul. The Utah Jazz select Darren Williams just like in real life. And the Hornets select Andrew Bogut instead of Chris Paul. And now the Knicks get Andrew Bynum. The Hawks get Chris Paul now. Chris Paul dropped to 5? What is it with the best players in the draft falling to like the 5th pick? They don't lose anyone during free agency. I think everyone's still under contract. They might have re-signed Rasheed. And then they use their team option on Melo. But Melo's now an 89 overall. Chauncey's a 92. Richard Hamilton's an 87. Al Jefferson's a 78. Darrell Wright is a 75 at 19 as well. They also have an injured Leandro Barbosa who has a dislocated right patella for the season. Hopefully that doesn't stunt his growth too much and they can keep him. And he develops in those 2 years he's with the team. And Melo wins the 2006 MVP, 27, 7 and 5. Chris Paul, Rookie of the Year, 17 and 8. Josh Howard, 6th Man of the Year, 10 and 10 off the bench is kind of crazy. Tim Duncan, another DPOY. Travis Outlaw, MIP, 10 and 7. And Melo makes the All-NBA first team. As he should, obviously. And Ben Wallace makes the all-defensive second team once again. And the Pistons get the first seed in the East against the Bulls. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Bulls. Game 3 to the Pistons. Game 4 to the Pistons. And now it is a 3-1 series lead. And the Pistons easily make it out of the first round. And they faced LeBron and the Cavs. Melo and LeBron going at it in the second round. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Pistons. Game 3 to the Pistons. And to finish off the sweep, And the Pistons absolutely dominate the Cavs this game. Chauncey with 34, Melo with 31. LeBron had a horrible game, 5 for 13, 0 for 6. And after sweeping LeBron and the Cavs, the Pistons make the conference finals up against T-Mac and the Magic. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Pistons. Game 3 to the Magic. T-Mac with 28. Game 4 to the Pistons, and the Pistons take a 3-1 series lead and have a chance to pull off a gentleman's sweep. And the Pistons absolutely blow out the Magic by almost 50 points. Melo with 34, 16, and 7. Sheed with 24 and 14. And Tracy McGrady with 23. And the Pistons make the finals again. But this time facing the Clippers. The Mike Miller, Elton Brand, Corey Maggette, and Eddie Curry. They have a huge team. Elton Brand, Eddie Curry, Chris Kaman, and Nene. All big men. And the Pistons, led by Melo's 47, get it done in game 1 and take a 1-0 series lead in the finals. And the Pistons drop 141, Melo has 38, Sheed with 22 and 12, and the Pistons take a 2-0 series lead. And the Pistons go up 3-0 in the series. And with a chance to sweep, game 4, here we go. And now we sub in with 57 seconds left. The Clippers are up by 2. Richard Hamilton up top, screened by Ben Wallace. Rip now, pull up midi in Chris Kaman's face, and he hits it! Richard Hamilton ties the game in game 4. It is win or go home for the Clippers. Now Corey Maggette posting up Chauncey, gets a layup to go! And the Clippers take a 2-point lead. Rasheed with the screen. And they find Damon Stoudemire for 3, and he misses it! And the Pistons are forced to foul now. Corey Maggette at the line for 2. First free throw, it goes, and it's a 3-point game. Second free throw for Corey Maggette, and he misses it. Al Jefferson with a rebound, and they call a timeout. The Pistons have 22 seconds left in game 4 to complete the sweep, and they're down by 3. They need a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul. Spinning, posting, or pulling up, and it's off! And Chris Kaman with the rebound, and Al Jefferson fouls Luther Head. Luther Head's first free throw hits, and that'll do it. And Melo had 43, but was not in during the last minute of the game. And with that, the Clippers stay alive and take game 4 to avoid getting swept. And the Pistons win this game by 22, Melo with 36. And with that, the Pistons go back-to-back. Melo wins back-to-back finals MVP. Averaged 37, 5 and 5 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. Melo's a defensive demon this sim. 65% from the field, 56% from 3. With the first pick in the 2006 draft, Andrea Bargnani goes to the Trailblazers. Now Milwaukee with the second pick select Tyrese Thomas. And the Pacers with the third pick, Brandon Roy goes to Indiana. And the Knicks with the 4th pick select LaMarcus Aldridge. And Melo is now up to a 93 overall. The 3 best players for the Pistons are all on expiring deals. And Al Jefferson and Damon Stoudemire too. Can they three-peat or will they fold? Melo wins another MVP. He's won back-to-back MVP, 2 NBA championships, 2 finals MVP, 3 All-Stars. He averaged 28, 7, and 6. I swear, I didn't upgrade his attributes or nothing. This dude's just, he's developed into an offensive juggernaut. Brandon Roy, Rookie of the Year, 14.6 assists. Hakeem Warwick, 6th Man of the Year, 12.6 rebounds. LeBron DPOY, 25, 10, and 7 with 2 steals and 2 blocks. Chris Paul MIP, 21 and 9. Melo, obviously All-NBA first team. And the Pistons get the first seed in the East. They face the Raptors in the first round. They take game 1, game 2, and they drop game 3 to the Raptors. Actually, they have Kyle Lowry years before they get him in real life. Kyle Lowry is the greatest Raptor of all time. And these motherfuckers took Ben Wallace from us. And the Pistons take a 3-1 series lead. Chauncey with 32. And they get out of the first round in 5 games. And they face LeBron and the Cavs once again. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Game 2 goes to Detroit. Game 3 goes to Detroit, and they complete the sweep in the second round and face the second seed Wizards. They got Gilbert Arenas, Dwight Howard, and Jerry Stackhouse, Antoine Walker. That's a crazy team. Game 1 goes to Washington. Game 2 to Washington as well. Gilbert Arenas is torching them. Antoine Walker, oh my gosh, Dwight putting up 22 and 18. Game 3 to the Pistons. Richard Hamilton with 44, Melo with 33, and they get it done. Game 4 to the Pistons as well. Melo with 37, Richard Hamilton with 31. And Game 5 goes to the Pistons, and they can eliminate the Wizards in 6 games with a win here. And they take this one by a big margin. Melo had a tough game, 6 for 20, but 20 points still, and leads the Pistons to the finals once again against the Clippers. Corey Maggette running shit. They got Marquise Daniels now. Well, rematch of last year. And the Pistons take Game 1, Melo with 44, 7 and 7. Elton Brand with 26 and 11, but the Pistons take a 1-0 series lead. And the Pistons take Game 2 as well. Melo with 35, Mike Miller with 28 points, Elton Brand with 19 and 13, but the Pistons go up 2-0. Melo drops 36 in Game 3, Chauncey with 29, Richard Hamilton with 20, Al Jefferson with 16 and 14, and the Pistons take a 3-0 series lead in the finals. Can they complete the sweep, or will the Clippers stay alive? With Melo's 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, the Pistons win their 3rd straight championship, completing the three-peat. Melo with 36, 8 and 7, winning the Finals MVP in 07. And now the draft lottery for the 07 draft. The Jazz get the first pick, followed by the Pacers and the Knicks. Now with the first pick in the 07 draft, the Jazz select Kevin Durant out of Texas. He's paired up with Darren Williams now, unless they lost him, I don't know. Now the Pacers with the second pick select Greg Oden, and the Knicks with the third pick select Gregory Terry. I don't know who that is. And the Pistons select Jared Dudley with the 30th pick. I can't believe he dropped to 30. He's a solid player, 82-3. He's a solid stretch 4. And the Pistons end up keeping Melo, keeping Chauncey and Richard Hamilton. Al Jefferson's on a team option, I believe. Rasheed Wallace is on an expiring deal. And wrapping up the 2008 season, LeBron wins MVP 29, 10 and 7 with 2 steals and 2 blocks, 44% from 3. KD wins Rookie of the Year for the Jazz, 24, 6 and 4. Josh Howard 6th Man of the Year once again, 9 points, 10 rebounds. He's a hell of a rebounder in this sim. And LeBron wins DPOY, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Mitchell McKinney, 18 points a game for the MIP for the Magic. And Melo's on the All-NBA second team, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. And the Pistons get the first seed, facing off against LeBron and the Cavs. Game 1 to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Cavs. Richard Hamilton with 26. LeBron had a weird game that game. Didn't really shoot as much as he should have, but Ricky Davis with 22. Game 3 goes to the Cavs. Game 4 to the Pistons. Game 5 to the Pistons, and now the Pistons can eliminate the Cavs in 6 with a win here. The Pistons, led by Chauncey's 35 and 10 and Melo's 30 points, eliminate the Cavs in 6 and advance to the second round against Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. Game 1 goes to Miami. Dwayne Wade with 49 in Game 1, taking the first game of the series. Game 2 goes to Detroit. D-Wade is shooting hella threes, 47% almost. 6 threes made this game. Game 3 goes to the Pistons. Wade with 39 again 6 threes made, but Melo with 44 points. Game 4 goes to the Heat. They're going back and forth. Lamar Odom with 26, Dwayne Wade with 23 and 13 with 6 steals. Game 5 goes to the Pistons. Melo with a triple-double, 39, 10 and 14. Dwayne Wade with 35. That's a crazy series. And now with the Pistons up 3-2 in the series, they can extinguish the Heat in 6 with a win here. And we jump in with 50 seconds left. It is tied at 107. The Heat have the ball. Chauncey with 3, with 2, with 1 for 3. And it's no good. Rasheed Wallace on the rebound, and Melo advances it. Richard Hamilton with 20 seconds left. They need a bucket. They can win the series. Richard Hamilton with 8 on the clock, driving in, takes a contested layup and gets fouled. And Richard Hamilton with a chance to put the Pistons up by 2 with 8 seconds left in game 6. First free throw, hits it 100%. Second free throw for Richard Hamilton. And it goes. Now Dwayne Wade off the inbound, 5 on the clock. He tries it. He drives on Richard Hamilton and gets stripped. Richard Hamilton with a clutch steal on Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade put up a 25-point triple-double, but Richard Hamilton, with one of the most clutch steals of his life, secures this game for the Pistons, and with that they advance to the conference finals against the Toronto Raptors. Game 1 to the Pistons, Game 2 to the Pistons, Game 3 to the Pistons, and the Pistons can pull off a sweep here in Game 4 with a win. And they do just that with Melo's 36, 8, and 6 with 5 steals. The Pistons advance to the finals against the Hornets, led by Jamal Mashburn, Baron Davis, David West, Manu Ginobili, and Mo Williams. And the Pistons take this one by 3, Chauncey with 36, and they now lead 1-0 in the series. And the Pistons, led by Melo's 31, take game 2, and they go up 2-0 in the series. And in a blowout win, the Pistons take game 3, going up 3-0. Richard Hamilton with 28, Chauncey with 27, 8 and 11, Al Jefferson with 23 and 14. So far, it's been smooth sailing. Can they complete the sweep in the finals and win 4 straight titles? And the Pistons complete the sweep. Richard Hamilton with 37 points in the closeout game, and the Pistons win 4 straight titles. Chauncey Billups wins the finals MVP, 27, 4, and 9 with 2 steals, shooting 63% from the field and 62% from 3. The first pick in the 08 draft, the Rockets select Derrick Rose out of Memphis, and with the second pick, the Bucks select Brook Lopez, going to the Bucks years before he did in real life. And the Warriors with the third pick select Russell Westbrook. And now the Grizzlies with the 4th pick select Robin Lopez. That's actually insane how he went number 4. Timberwolves with the 5th pick select Kevin Love. And the Pistons are able to re-sign Al Jefferson for a 4-year deal. He's now an 84 overall. Rasheed Wallace still an 82 overall. He's doing his thing. 3 more years left on the contract. And now at the end of the 2009 season, Dwayne Wade wins the MVP award. In my opinion, just like he should have in 2009, but he was robbed of it by LeBron. That's no knock on LeBron. LeBron did have an MVP caliber season, but Dwayne Wade definitely should have won in my opinion. And Derrick Rose wins the Rookie of the Year, 21, 2, and 6 with a steal. Jawan Houston, 13, 5, and 8 off the bench for the 6th Man of the Year award. And LeBron wins a DPOY, 2.5 steals, 2 blocks. Anthony Wennington, 13 and 12 for the MIP. And we have Melo on the All-NBA 3rd team, 24, 7, and 6 a game. And the Pistons win the 4th seed in the East, facing against the 5th seed Celtics. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Celtics. Game 3 to the Pistons. And the Pistons take a 3-1 series lead. And the Celtics answer in Game 5. And the Pistons win in 6. Richard Hamilton closing out the series with a 32-point game. And now they face the 8th seed Pacers in the second round, who knocked out the 1st seed Sixers, led by Brandon Roy and Jermaine O'Neal. They also have Greg Oden. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Pacers. Jermaine O'Neal with 26 and 11. Game 3 goes to the Pistons. Game 4 goes to the Pistons, and with a win here, they can take down the Pacers in 5. And the Pistons win. Richard Hamilton put up 36 points, Melo with 19, 4, and 10, and the Pistons make the conference finals against the 2nd seed Raptors again. Game 1 to Toronto, Bosh with 44 and 11, Melo with 19 only on a bad shooting night as well. And Game 2 goes to Toronto, Bosh with 24 and 13, Melo with 22. Game 3 goes to Detroit, Melo with 36 with a huge answer. Bosh had 41 though. Bosh is going crazy. And Game 4, the Pistons tie the series at 2. Richard Hamilton leads the way with 19. And the Pistons take Game 5, Bosh with 27, Melo with 25 and 11, Chauncey Billups with 28. And they get it done. Melo dropping 22. Al Jefferson with 20 and 11 in a closeout game. And the Pistons make their 5th straight finals against the 7th seed Grizzlies. I'm not even sure why they're in this game. They have Adam Morrison, Mo Pete, Gerald Green, Nick Young. How the fuck did they make it? But alright, the Pistons and the Grizzlies in the 09 finals. Billups leads the way with 35 points, Melo with 25, 8 and 7, Al Jefferson with 19 and 14, and the Pistons take a 1-0 series lead. Now Melo leading the way with 29, and the Pistons take a 2-0 series lead in the finals, looking for their 5th straight title. Oh my gosh, what an absolute fucking blowout. Billups with 31 and 19. Melo with 31 and 14. Everyone that touched the court scored at least 5 points for the Pistons. And they take a 3-0 series lead. I honestly didn't expect anything else. The Grizzlies were not a finals caliber team. Melo with a 31-point triple-double, Rip Hamilton with 22, Rasheed Wallace with 21 and 14, and the Pistons win again. That is 5 straight titles for the Pistons. Melo with 29, 11 and 7, winning his 4th finals MVP. And Shaq retires now, and with the first pick in the 09 draft, the Nets select Steph Curry out of Davidson. Now the Bobcats with a 2nd pick select Brandon Jennings. He's an underrated pick, but I don't think he deserved to go number 2. Now the Clippers with a 3rd pick select James Harden. And the Rockets with the 4th pick select Blake Griffin. Now the Thunder with the 5th pick select DeMar DeRozan. And Melo actually regresses to a 92 overall. Richard Hamilton's now 31, he regresses -2. And they also pick up Marcus Camby, who's 35 years old. Kevin Garnett wins the 2010 MVP, 26, 13 and 6 with a steal and a block. Crazy that it happened 6 years after his MVP in real life, but hey. Steph Curry wins the Rookie of the Year, 20 points, 7 assists, 45% from 3 basically. Jawan Houston, another 6th man of the year. LeBron, another DPOY. Patrick Malone, MIP. The Pistons get the 1st seed in the East. They face the 8th seed New York Knicks. Wow, they actually have a really good team. Caron Butler, 88 overall. LaMarcus Aldridge, Gregory Terry, Devin Harris, Andrew Bynum, all 84 pluses. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Pistons. And the Pistons take a 3-0 lead in the series. Can they force elimination? And they do. And they advance to the 2nd round of the playoffs against the Toronto Raptors. Vince Carter still. He must have been injured last year because I swear he didn't show up last year in the playoffs. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Melo with 29, 9 and 7. VC with 25 and Bosch with 24 and 11. Game 2 to the Pistons as well. Game 3 goes to the Pistons as well. It is win or go home for Toronto. Wow, the Raptors absolutely destroy the Pistons. Bosch with 30, 10, and 5. Joakim Noah scored 29 points. That's actually insane. Melo no-showed, 3 for 15, 0 for 6, 2 turnovers, had a terrible game. Chauncey with 2 for 14, 0 for 8, no-showed. Melo's plus-minus was -45. But the Raptors stay alive and once again face elimination. Toronto's up by 2. It is 110-108 with 35 seconds left. Chris Bosh at the line. The first free throw goes. Bosh's 2nd free throw drops. Melo now takes a quick layup and goes. And Kyle Lowry is immediately fouled. Kyle Lowry now at the line. First free throw is good and he puts the Raptors up by 3. 2nd free throw to make it a 2-possession game and he makes it as well. Guarded closely by Matthews and takes a layup and he makes it. They need Lowry to miss 1. The first free throw is good and to take a 4-point lead. Lowry's 2nd free throw goes as well. Kyle Lowry's 23, Vince Carter's 23, and Bosch's 22 force a game 6. And the Pistons finally get their heads out of their asses. Wow, actually pretty terrible efficiency for their top 3 scorers, but Melo with 24, Vince Carter at 30, but the Detroit Pistons advance to the conference finals once again, this time against the 3rd seed Atlanta Hawks with Luol Deng, Jason Terry, Chris Paul, JJ Redick. Game 1 goes to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Pistons as well. Game 3 to the Pistons, and with that, the Pistons can sweep the Hawks in the conference finals and make their 6th straight NBA finals. Jason Terry to the line. First free throw is good, 100%. He's probably not missing. 2nd free throw goes as well. But Richard Hamilton pull up for 3 and he hits it. 3.2 left. The Pistons need to foul here immediately or get a steal off the inbound. And they foul immediately with 2.4 left. They need Chris Paul to miss one. Chris Paul's first free throw. And it misses! Chris Paul missed a free throw! Now his second one goes in, and now the Pistons have a chance with 2.4 left. The Pistons need a three. They get it to Chauncey in the corner. And he misses the three to force overtime. Will the Pistons close this series out? And the Pistons take this one by 29. Melo with 36, 10, and 8 and make the finals against the first seed Jazz, who have Darren Williams, Kevin Durant, and Gilbert Arenas. KD on the glass, he pushes it up. Pull up midi in Melo's face, and he misses it. Melo now posting up Gasol. Hands it off to Camby, back to Melo. Melo with a standing layup, and he misses it! And the Jazz have a chance right here to tie or take the lead with a three. 5 seconds left, Gasol on the screen. They're looking for the last shot. Gilbert for the win! And he misses it! And the Pistons hold on to game one. Now Bass, whoever that is, finds KD for a three, and he misses it! Rebound by Billups. And Melo now posting up on Bass, post fade from way outside, and he hits it! That was a foot on the line, post fade from Melo, and he absolutely laced it. First free throw is good for Chauncey Billups, 98%. Now second free throw, and it goes as well. It is a 4-point lead for the Pistons. Arenas now finds Durant for three over Melo, and it goes! What a shot for KD! Kevin Durant just laces it in the eyes of Carmelo Anthony. Billups, first free throw goes, and it is a 2-point game. Now Billups to put the Pistons up by 3, misses the second free throw, and now they force it up. Darren Williams for three, and he hits it! What a shot from Darren Williams! And he takes the lead with 2.6 seconds left. Once again in the face of Carmelo. 2.6 seconds left. The Pistons need a miracle. And they get it into Chauncey for the win! And it's almost good, but it rolls off the rim. And the Jazz steal this game away from the Pistons. And the Pistons run away with this one. Tyson Reed leads the Pistons with 25, Al Jefferson with 22 and 10. And the Pistons are up 2-1 now. Billups now driving in. Ooh, almost finds some space, but can't get it through. Jefferson, layup is no good. Gasol with great defense. Can Gilbert ice the game here? First free throw misses. And the second one goes. Ooh, he almost found some opening. Richard Hamilton for three to tie the game, and he hits it! What a series so far. There's 14 seconds left. It's tied at 121. But now Bass wide open for three, and they left him open, and he hits it with 5 seconds left. No timeouts for the Pistons. Half court heave for the game, and he almost hits it again. And the Jazz walk away with game 4, tying the series at 2. And the Pistons answer in game 5. Chauncey with 29, 7 and 7. Now it is win or go home for the Utah Jazz. And the Pistons, led by Melo's 30, get it done and win their 6th straight title. Chauncey Billups wins another Finals MVP, 21, 5 and 10 with 2 steals. And with the first pick in the 2010 draft, the Houston Rockets select Paul George. With the second pick, the Bobcats select Gordon Hayward. And with the third pick, the Bucks select John Wall out of Kentucky. And Melo is now a free agent. Will he be returning to Detroit, or will he sign with another team? And Melo re-signs for 5 seasons here. Kevin Durant wins the 2011 MVP. DeMarcus Cousins for the Rookie of the Year. DeMar DeRozan 6th Man of the Year, 19 off the bench. LeBron another DPOY. And DeMar wins MIP as well. Melo on the All-NBA 3rd team. And the first round, the Pistons get out in 5 games, taking down the 8th seed Toronto Raptors. Now they face the 5th seeded Philadelphia 76ers in the second round. Game 1 goes to Philly. Game 2 goes to Pistons. Game 3 goes to Philly. And Detroit answers in game 4, tying the series at 2. And they take a 3-2 series lead. And eliminate the Sixers, advancing to the conference finals once again. Now they face the 7th seeded Celtics. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Same with game 2. And Boston takes game 3. Game 4 goes to the Pistons and they take a 3-1 series lead. And Boston responds and wins game 5. And the Pistons advance to the finals once again against the Jazz for a second straight year. And they make quick work in game 1, Chauncey with 30 points, and the Pistons take a 1-0 series lead. And the Jazz with an answer, KD with 26 and 10, and it's 1-1. Gilbert Arenas with the ball off the inbound, guarded by Melo. Down to Gasol, who lays it up and in over Rasheed Wallace. Now Melo finds Reed for 3, and he misses. That was a contested 3 that did not need to be taken. Guarding Darren Williams. Darren Williams up top finds Antoine Walker, who gets blocked by Reed. Now Richard Hamilton, midi, and it's go! 7% contested, but he cuts the lead to 1. Oh, Chauncey with a steal on the inbound, lays it up and in! And the Pistons take a 1-point lead. Bass! Oh, I thought he was going to pull it like he did before. 5 seconds on the clock. Bass for the win! And he misses it! And Al Jefferson with the rebound, and the Pistons walk away with the W. KD had 40 points, but it is not enough. Melo had 24, 6, and 9, and Chauncey Billups with such a clutch steal and a layup to secure the W. And the Pistons go up 2-1 in the series. Now Dorell Wright driving in on Arenas and gets hard fouled by Gilbert. Now we have Dorell Wright at the line to give the Pistons a possible lead here. First free throw is good, 99%. Second free throw, and it goes as well, and the Pistons take a 2-point lead with 41 seconds left. Now Kevin Durant, oh, post fade right over Melo, and he misses. That was amazing defense from Carmelo. Now Al Jefferson on the cut, and he dunks it home, and the Pistons take a 3-1 series lead. And with that, the Detroit Pistons win once again, and Chauncey Billups another Finals MVP, 26, 5, and 9 with 2.5 steals on amazing shooting splits. And the Pistons have won 7 straight titles. And now the Pistons, they signed Danny Granger, who's 76 overall, but everyone is starting to regress now. Rasheed Wallace goes down to an 80s, 36. Richard Hamilton goes -2 overalls. And Kevin Durant wins back-to-back MVPs. Kyrie, Rookie of the Year, 19 points. Jason Kidd, 6th Man of the Year for the Nets. Joakim Noah, DPOY. Rich Scott, MIP, 10 points, 8 rebounds. And Melo on the All-NBA 3rd team, 22, 7, and 6. The Pistons get the first seed again. And the Pistons get eliminated by the 8th seed in the first round. The Nets with Curry, Corey Maggette, Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph, and Jason Kidd, and absolutely decimates the streak. They won 7 straight titles and now lose in the first round as a first seed to the 8th seed in 5. And the 8th seed Nets end up winning the title. Steph Curry, 26 points and the Finals MVP. And the Pistons pick up Dion Waiters with the 29th pick. And this is the roster going into the 2013 season. Melo and Billups are still running the show. Billups is 91 overall at 35. It's kind of crazy. He's still getting better too. Al Jefferson up to an 87 now. Rasheed Wallace is down to a 78. Richard Hamilton is 34 years old. Rasheed Wallace is 37 as well. I'm interested to see what Dion Waiters can do for this team, because he's usually a bucket getter in most 2Ks. And Kevin Durant with his 3rd straight MVPs up to 33 points. AD, Rookie of the Year for the Pacers, 19 points. Jermaine O'Neal, 6th Man of the Year for the Pacers. I guess he's coming off the bench for AD. That's crazy. In 2013, he's still averaging 15 and 7. Dwight Howard, DPOY. JJ Graham, MIP, 6 and 6. I mean, I guess. And Melo is back on the All-NBA first team, 26, 8, and 5. And the Pistons get the 2nd seed, and they face the 7th seed Chicago Bulls. And the Pistons win in 5. And now they face the 3rd seed Atlanta Hawks with Jeff Green, Chris Paul, JJ Redick, and Yao Ming. Game 1 goes to the Hawks. Game 2 goes to the Hawks. Game 3 goes to the Pistons. Game 4 and the Pistons tie the series at 2. And the Pistons take a 3-2 series lead. And Al Jefferson, dealing with an injury, still puts up 24 and 11, and Tyson Reed with 21 and 11, also dealing with an injury. But the Pistons make the conference finals against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks have John Wall, Kawhi Leonard, Tyrese Thomas, DeAndre Jordan, and Kyle Lowry. Game 1 to the Pistons. Game 2 to the Pistons. And the Pistons take a 3-0 lead. And with an 11-point victory in Melo's 28, the Pistons advance to the finals once again, this time against the Los Angeles Clippers with James Harden, Jason Terry, Mike Miller, And pretty easily, the Pistons take game 1, Melo with 39, 7, and 6. And the Pistons take game 2, Chauncey with 26 and 13, Tyson Reeve with 25, Al Jefferson with 25 and 13. And the Pistons go up 2-0 in the series. And another blowout game, Melo with 36, 9, and 10, Chauncey with a triple-double, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. And the Pistons take a 3-0 series lead. Can they pull off a sweep? 5 seconds left. Chauncey Billups for the win! Contested 3! And he misses it! There's 0.4 seconds left. I don't even know if they can get a shot off. Jason Terry for the win! And he almost makes it, and we will see overtime here in game 4. They get it over. Ooh, almost turns it over, but Chauncey Billups receives the pass, drives in on Jason Terry, kicks it out. Now Melo for 3! He misses it! Jason Terry now finds Harden in the corner for 3, and it's butter! And the Clippers take a 3-point lead. The Pistons have 21 seconds to work with here. They're down by 3. Melo driving in, takes it all away, and posters! Who the fuck was that? Posters Mike Miller! And now have to foul, putting James Harden at the line. First free throw drops for Harden. Now the second free throw, it misses! And a timeout for the Pistons. 5 seconds left. Chauncey for the title! And he misses it! Harden leading with 28 and 11. Mike Miller got postered but has 27 points. The Clippers hold on, and now the Pistons are up 3-1. And the Clippers take this one. Chris Kaman leading the way with 20. Melo with a 29-point triple-double. Al Jefferson with 20 and 17. But the Clippers win game 5. James Harden with the ball now, driving all the way. Layup over Rip Hamilton is good! In the midst of blowing a 3-0 series lead, they need to win this game to win the title. Melo, fadeaway 3 over Mike Miller, and it misses. That was a terrible shot from Melo. Now they clear the lane. James Harden now, guarded by Al Jefferson. Pierce for 3! And he hits it! Edward Pierce, whoever that is, hits the dagger. Now the Pistons need a 3 and a foul. They find Melo for 3! And he hits it! Carmelo hits the 3 with 2.4 remaining. Richard Hamilton sends James Harden to the line. Will Harden miss a free throw, or can he make both? First free throw goes 90%. Now the Clippers are up by 2. Can he make it a 3-point game? And they do. The Pistons need a 3 and they don't have any timeouts. Ridnour for the tie! And oh my god, he almost made it! James Harden with 34 points. Melo with 26. Al Jefferson with 25. But the Clippers will not go down. They force a game 7. And the Pistons finally take over this series and they win another title, led by Chauncey Billups, 32 points. The Detroit Pistons win another championship. Melo with another Finals MVP, 27, 9, and 7. This is their 8th title in 10 years. Melo with his 5th Finals MVP. And Rasheed Wallace at age 38 calls it a career. And the Pistons select Dennis Schroeder with the 30th pick in the draft. How did he fall to 30th? And Chauncey Billups at age 36 finally regressing now to an 88 overall. Dion Waiters, I really said he was a bucket getter. This dude put up 0.3 points per game. Okay. Richard Hamilton now is a 74 overall, 35 years old. And the 2014 MVP goes to Steph Curry, averaging 30 points, 10 assists, and 2 steals on 39% from 3. Giannis wins Rookie of the Year for the Pelicans, 14 and 7 a game. Brandon Jennings wins 6th Man of the Year, 19 off the bench with 6 assists for the Hawks. Dwight Howard, another DPOY. Chris Middleton for the Hawks wins the MIP. And Carmelo Anthony makes the All-NBA second team, along with Al Jefferson averaging 19 and 12. And the Pistons are the 4th seed this year, and they face the 5th seed Bucks. And they eliminate Milwaukee in 5. Al Jefferson putting up 28 and 17 in the elimination game. And they put the Bucks away. And now they face the 1st seed Boston Celtics in the conference semis. Game 1 goes to Boston. Game 2 goes to Boston. And Boston takes a 3-0 series lead. And after a blowout game, Paul Pierce and the Celtics take out the Detroit Pistons in a sweep. And the Celtics end up winning the championship. Paul Pierce wins Finals MVP, 27, 6, and 6 for Paul Pierce. And the Pistons select Khem Birch with the 27th pick. That's what I was expecting from Dion Waiters. 15 a game. He's now a 78 overall. I don't know how he didn't win MIP last season. Dennis Schroeder also averaged 15 a game last year. Terrible shooting splits. And Kevin Durant wins his 4th MVP. Nikola Jokic wins the Rookie of the Year. Nikola Vucevic wins the 6th Man of the Year, 18 and 8 off the bench for the Nets. DPOY goes to Wade, 33 years old, and he wins DPOY. Wow. Dame wins MIP, 27-7. And Carmelo Anthony on the All-NBA second team, injured with broken ribs for 2 to 4 weeks. It looks like they're going to be missing him for the first round of the playoffs. And the Pistons were the second seed. Carmelo Anthony is out for 2 to 4 weeks, but Dwayne Wade is also out for 2 to 4 weeks. And the Pistons supporting cast, taking care of business, taking down the Heat in 5 games. And now they face the 3rd seed Atlanta Hawks. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Game 2 goes to Detroit as well, and Atlanta takes Game 3. Luol Deng and Chris Paul show up. And now the Pistons take Game 4. Melo, now back playing, put up 41 points and leads the Pistons to the conference finals. And they face the 1st seed Bucks, who have Kawhi, John Wall, Tyrese Thomas. Game 1 goes to the Bucks. Kawhi with 39 points. And the Pistons take Game 2. Dion Waiters with 28. He put up 17 this season. That's crazy. And the Bucks take Game 3. John Wall leading them with 21. And the Pistons tie the series at 2. Melo with 31-10. And the Bucks take a 3-2 series lead. Kawhi with 37, 7-7. John Wall with 29. Now will the Bucks take down the Pistons in 6, or will Detroit force a Game 7? Holy shit, a 20-point win for the Pistons, and the Pistons force a Game 7 as the Spurs await a winner. And with that, Kawhi drops 28, John Wall 20-15, and the Milwaukee Bucks take the conference finals in 7 and face the Spurs in the finals, where the Bucks win in 5, led by John Wall, averaging 30 points and 8 assists for the 2015 Finals MVP. Richard Hamilton retires now, and Carmelo Anthony, he has 4 years left on his deal. He signed the extension. Dion Waiters is now an 80 overall, coming off a 17 point per game season. And Al Jefferson is an 84 overall now. He's still averaging 14 and 11. He's still doing his thing, but he's 30 years old now. Now KD wins back-to-back. He's now up to 5 MVPs. And Shannon Frazier wins the 2016 Rookie of the Year. He wins it over Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, Kristaps Porzingis. And Nikola Vucevic wins back-to-back 6 Man of the Year awards. And Dwayne Wade wins back-to-back DPOYs. Spencer Hall for Toronto wins the MIP, 12 points, 9 assists a game. And Melo on the All-NBA second team once again. And the Pistons are the 5th seed this year, facing the 4th seed Atlanta Hawks. And they sweep the Hawks in the first round. Melo in the closeout game with 36-11. And now they face the 1st seed Bucks. Game 1 goes to Milwaukee. Game 2 goes to Detroit. Game 3 goes to Detroit. Game 4 goes to Detroit. And Pistons can pull off a gentleman's sweep with a win here. And with Chauncey Billups putting up 28-12, the Detroit Pistons advance to face the Pacers in the conference finals. Game 1 goes to the Pacers. Jimmy Butler and Anthony Davis both having great games. Game 2 goes to the Pistons. AD with 31-10. Melo with a 33-point triple-double. Dion Waiters with 28 points. Game 3 goes to the Pacers. And the Pacers take a 3-1 series lead. Dion Waiters with 23. Melo only shot 4 shots. AD with 31-10. And the Pistons come back. Melo with 41-8-4, leading the Pistons to a Game 5 victory. It is win or go home for the Pistons. Can they force a Game 7? And they do. Al Jefferson with 27-9, Melo with 22-8, and just like that, the Pistons force a Game 7. Melo with a 15-point triple-double. Al Jefferson with 28-9, and the Pistons come back from down 3-1 in the conference finals, and they make the finals against the 5th seed Suns. The Suns have Kyrie Irving and Ralph Harris. And the Suns take Game 1. Kyrie with 26 gets the job done. Melo with 31, but it's not enough. But the Pistons respond. Jefferson with 28-10, Billups with 23, 6-11, Melo 13-10, and they tie the series at 1. And another huge win for the Pistons. Dion Waiters leading them with 33. And the Pistons sneak away with this. Dion Waiters with 30 points leading them to take a 3-1 series lead. The Pistons are on the brink of winning their 9th title of this sim. And after overcoming a 3-1 deficit in the conference finals, the Pistons take down the Suns in 5 games. Chauncey Billups, 36 and 12, Al Jefferson with 30, Dion Waiters with 22, Melo with 18 and 11, and the Detroit Pistons win the 2016 NBA championship, led by the finals MVP Carmelo Anthony. 20 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. He wins his 9th title and his 6th finals MVP. Dion Waiters is a free agent. He just came off an almost 20-point per game season. And Dion Waiters stays with his fellow Syracuse alumni member. And Al Jefferson goes -3 overall. Chauncey, 84 overall, 39 years old, on a 1-year deal. Probably gonna retire after that deal. We also pick up Charlie Villanueva and Jonas Valanciunas, who's 24. And now the 2017 MVP, Anthony Davis, 27, 14, and 4. Ben Simmons wins the Rookie of the Year for the Mavericks, 13, 8, and 5. Nikola Vucevic wins another 6th Man of the Year, 18 off the bench. Paul George, DPOY. D'Angelo Russell for the Toronto Raptors wins the MIP, 22 and 7, and the Pistons fall to the 6th seed and they face the Brooklyn Nets. And the Pistons knock them out in 6 games. Dion Waiters with 36 points, averaging 27 that entire series. He is absolutely going insane. 22 points for the season. And now they face the 2nd seed Sixers, led by Mike Conley. Game 1 goes to the Sixers. Game 2 goes to the Sixers as well. And will they take a 3-1 lead? No! The Pistons take game 3. Melo with almost a 20-point triple-double. He had 5 blocks. Schroeder with 18. Billups with 17. Jefferson with 17 and 13. Waiters had a horrible shooting night. Game 4 now. The Sixers are up 2-1. And the Pistons tie the series at 2. Melo with 26. And the Sixers take a 3-2 series lead and can eliminate the Pistons with a win here. And the Pistons run away. Melo with 31, Dion Waiters with 17, 7, and 8. And they get it done, forcing a Game 7 in the conference semifinals. Dion Waiters' 29 points is enough to get it done. And the Pistons take it in 7, going to the conference finals back-to-back years against the Pacers. And the Pacers take Game 1. Game 2 goes to the Pacers as well. Anthony Davis with 20 and 22. And Game 3 goes to the Pacers. Chauncey Billups, I just realized, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, but 5 turnovers, 0 for 12 and 0 for 7. And the Pacers can sweep to make the finals with a win here. But the Pistons win by 3. Al Jefferson with 24 and 7. Melo with 20. Judd Harrison with 29. Greg Oden with 13 and 16. And the Pistons stay alive. It feels like most times when the Pistons face elimination, they pull through, but not this time. Dion Waiters with 21, Al Jefferson with 20 and 11, Melo with 15, and the Pacers make the finals. And Kevin Durant and the Timberwolves win the 2017 NBA championship. And Chauncey Billups is a free agent at 40 years old, and he stays on the Pistons. Melo is now an 88 overall. He is regressing because he's 33. Dion Waiters is an 81. Holy shit, Mike Conley wins the MVP. 23 and 11. Damn, okay. I see you, Mike. Lonzo Ball, Rookie of the Year for the Blazers. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. DeMar DeRozan wins the 6th Man of the Year award. DPOY goes to Paul George once again. Yusuf Nurkic wins MIP. And Carmelo Anthony on the All-NBA 3rd team. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And the Pistons are the 5th seed and they face the 4th seed Charlotte Hornets. And they lose in 5 in the first round. Bradley Beal with 45 to close them out. They also have Gordon Hayward, Chris Stapps, DeJounte Murray, and Jason Tatum. This team is about to be a problem, bro. Give them like 1 or 2 more years. And the 8th seed Heat, led by DeMarcus Cousins, wins the 2018 NBA championship. And Dion Waiters once again is a free agent. Will he stay in Detroit? And once again, Detroit is able to re-sign him. They also bring in Dwight Howard at 32 years old, and a young 20-year-old Jared Allen. Also, Nicholas Batum is here. And Anthony Davis wins his 2nd MVP. 26 and 12, 48% from 3. Luka Doncic on the Lakers wins the Rookie of the Year. 14, 6, and 5. Darnell Ball, the long-lost Ball brother, 22 points for the 6th Man of the Year award. And AD wins DPOY as well. Donovan Mitchell MIP, 13, 4, and 3. And the Pistons missed the playoffs in 2019. And just as I predicted, I said give him a year or two, and Bradley Beal leads the Hornets to an NBA title in 2019 and wins the Finals MVP, averaging 28 a game. And Kobe retires a 4-time NBA champion. He's still 97 overall at 40 years old. And the draft lottery, the Pistons end up with the 11th pick, and they end up drafting Nasir Little. Al Jefferson, now 34 years old, 72 overall. Dwight Howard, 33 years old, 73 overall. They have Jalen Harrison, who's a 5'10 guard, who they just signed. So we'll have to see how that goes. 35 years old for Melo, 3 years left on his deal. I think it might be it after that. And Anthony Davis wins the 2020 MVP. He's now up to 3. Zion wins the Rookie of the Year, 24 points per game. Lonzo, 6th Man of the Year, 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. Paul George, another DPOY. He's up to 3. De'Aaron Fox, MIP, 14, 4, and 6. And Nasir Little makes the all-rookie 2nd team, averaging 5 and 5. And the Pistons get the 4th seed, but now they're facing a 5th seed Chicago Bulls. And the Bulls take that series in 6. Melo put up 14 on 5 for 18. He averaged 18 all playoffs. And the Hornets win the championship once again, going back-to-back, this time led by Kristaps, 25 and 8. And Dwight Howard retires after 16 years. Melo now down to an 84 overall, still putting up 19 a game. They now have Jared Sullinger. They also got 25-year-old Jetty Osman. He's a solid shooter. We got Ben Simmons winning the 2021 MVP, 25, 11, and 6. 18% from 3 too. Holy shit. He made 12 3. Whoa, he's made 38 in his whole career. James Wiseman, Rookie of the Year, 14 and 8. CJ McCollum, 6th Man of the Year for the Brooklyn Nets. Paul George, another DPOY. Trae Young, MIP, 21 and 6. And now we got the Pistons as the 5th seed, facing the 4th seed Magic. And the Pistons once again are able to get out of the first round. Dion Waiters leading them with 26, Melo with 19, 7 and 7, and they face the 1st seed Hornets. Game 1 goes to Detroit. Melo with 35 and 7 for 9 from 3. Game 2 goes to the Hornets. Porzingis with 40 and 12. This team is insane. And game 3 goes to the Hornets as well. Melo with 27, but it's not enough. But they tie the series at 2. Melo with 28. And the Hornets take a 3-2 series lead. Beal with 31, Porzingis with 25, DeJounte Murray with 25, 15, and 9. But the Pistons pull through. Melo with 25 carries them to a game 7. But the Hornets are just too strong, and they win this series in 7 and go to the conference finals. And they lose to the eventual champion Charlotte Hornets, who win, what is that now? That's their 3-peat, right? That is a 3-peat now for the Hornets. DeJounte Murray, finals MVP, averaging 13, 5, and 11 with 2 steals and a block. Al Jefferson, longtime Piston, retires after 16 years as well. And Tyson Reed, who won 7 titles with the Pistons, retires after 15 seasons. And the Pistons pick up Quentin Grimes. And Carmelo Anthony is now down to an 82 overall. Dion Waiters is still on the team. Nas Little is still on the team. But now Jalen Harrison overtakes Melo as the highest overall on this team. And the 2022 MVP goes to DeJounte Murray, averaging 18, 9, and 12 with a steal. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year, 15, 5, and 4. Colin Sexton, 6th Man of the Year, 20 points off the bench. AD, another DPOY. Darius Garland, MIP. And the Pistons are the 7th seed and make the play-in. And they clinch the 7th seed through the play-in. And they face the 2nd seed Charlotte Hornets, who has eliminated them, I think, the past 2 playoffs that they've made. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. Now let's see how this goes. And kind of as expected, the Pistons get swept in the first round by Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, DeJounte Murray, and Gordon Hayward. Oh, they also have Nas Reed, so like they were going to lose regardless. Actually, you know what? They're going to win the title because of Nas Reed. Never mind. They get eliminated in the 2nd round. And the Blazers win the title, led by Andrea Bargnani, 18 and 10 for the Finals MVP of 2022. And now Carmelo Anthony is a free agent. Where will he sign? He's 38 years of age, 82 overall. And Carmelo Anthony signs a 1-year deal with the Indiana Pacers, looking for his 10th title. He joins Anthony Davis, Greg Oden, who's a 89 overall at age 34. Judd Harrison, Jimmy Butler. Anthony Davis wins another MVP in 2023. 25 and 12. Can he lead Melo to his 10th championship? Keegan Murray was 16 for the Rookie of the Year. Precious Achiuwa wins 6th Man of the Year with 16 and 10 off the bench. Anthony Davis, DPOY. Precious MIP, obviously. AD Clutch Player of the Year. He's definitely leading him to the championship. And the Pacers are the 4th seed, and they face the 5th seed Cavs. And now they eliminate the Cavs in 6, and they run into the Charlotte Hornets. Game 1 goes to Charlotte. Game 2 goes to Charlotte. Game 3 goes to Charlotte. And Charlotte takes this one in overtime and sweep the Pacers. And they win another NBA championship. And with that, Carmelo Anthony, after 20 years, retires. He averaged 22, 6, and 5 for his career with a steal and a block. He won 2 MVPs. He's a 17-time All-Star, a 9-time NBA champion, and 6-time Finals MVP. He made 3 All-NBA first teams, 4 All-NBA second teams, and 4 All-NBA third teams. Melo at 6th with 35K. And LeBron James, who is a 71 overall, finished 51st all-time with 22K points. That is, that's kind of crazy. J.R. Smith finished with more points than LeBron. And that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna keep doing more videos like this until the new 2K drops, and then we'll go from there. But Carmelo is my favorite player, so be on the lookout for more career sims of him. I'll be resimming parts of Melo's career along with like certain scenarios, like something to do with like the Oklahoma City teams or something like that. You know, I'll also do other players and other scenarios as well. And I will catch y'all in the next video.